My name is Sive Morrison, and this is This Week in Car Audio. Tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Tune in, tune in, tune in. We'll be talking about bass, talking about chips, talking about rings. You ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in, 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 tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Yeah. Tune in. This Week in Car Audio.
Welcome to This Week in Car Audio with your host, Doug Stockton, and your other host, Lucky McGovern. Our guest this week, we got Brandon Rosser, DB drag judge in the, you're considered Midwest, right?
Yeah, mostly Michigan and Ohio so far.
Yep, there we go.
All right, so everybody, just so you guys know, you see me looking down. I have to say this every time so people ain't like, man, I ain't even paying attention. I'm sharing this to all the groups right now, so don't mind me.
Yeah, so Brandon's DB drag judge out of Michigan area. For you guys that are tuning in right now, please like and share this video as much as you can. We want to get this out and proud to everybody we can. So, Brandon, so tell us a little bit. You got an event coming up this weekend in Michigan. Was it Bay City?
Yeah, it's between Bay City and Saginaw. It's kind of right on the lines of the county and lines of the city. So.
Okay. Tell us about that event coming up, please.
So we've been doing shows there for a few years now, and it's gotten a little bit larger and larger each year. We have brought on Mecca for this show. Shannon and Bud Ballinger got a hold of me at Triple Fest, and we're promoting a bigger show and bringing Mecca up to Michigan because we have a few guys in Michigan that are doing it and trying to bring it and expand. And we've been doing DB drag for a few years and have a good following of that. And we also do ISPLL, so it's a triple org event, and it's a multi-point across the board.
Okay, multi-points. So people that aren't familiar with you, tell them a little bit about your competition history, then go to your judging history.
So I started off kind of new with audio about 2010, just kind of as a guy going through, around town, and then got into it a little bit more. In 2014, started competing for my first DB drag show. And then in 15, I started taking over judging for ISPLL. Okay. And from there, I kind of progressed and went to finals my first year with a couple local guys and took over doing IASCA. And then the final year, I went over and did DB drag. And I've been doing DB drag pretty heavily since about 2017.
Yep.
Primarily 2000.
And you've been to a few of my shows.
Yep, first time I met you was SBN, I think,
yep.
2016.
Spring Break Nationals, for people that don't know what SBN stands for. That used to be the big show that was kind of like the kickoff for the East Coast. Show has since been canceled. We used to do it right there on the beach in Daytona, which was kind of a cool show to do. But yeah, no, so Brandon was competing there. I believe you did base race at that event. Right.
Base race and top dog, yep.
Hey, speaking my language.
Yep.
So you were at Slamology, 2 weekends ago? And yep. Any thoughts on Slamology, or is that your first time, or what?
That would have been my 5th year, I think.
Oh.
5th or 6th year. So it's this was probably the hottest of the years.
I heard they had like 5 or 6 people heat strokes like the first day or second day or whatever it was.
Yep.
Yeah, I know through a good portion of the day on Saturday there was 3, and I think it was like 1 or 2 o'clock.
I would have died. I would have legit
6.
died. I would have died. I do not do good in the heat, and I started hearing about all that stuff, and I was like, nah, I died. There's no way. Yeah.
We were lucky. We found a spot that was in the grass, and we had a nice little breeze, so that helped us keep us cool. So
what was the temperature out there? Is it just the humidity, or is it what was the temp?
Yeah,
both.
It got up mid 90s. I think it was like 96, 97 on Saturday.
So then it's more the humidity then. So because it's been 109 in Stockton, California for a few days. It was maybe like 109, something like that.
I got 110 up in
But that humidity kills you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was like 80% humidity or 85%
Oh,
humidity too.
God.
So yeah, it was brutal.
Yeah.
Also, so people watching on other pages where we've shared this, remember we can't see your questions or your post unless you do them on the Sonic FX page. So go to the Sonic FX page and post on there. That's where we can see your questions, whatnot. And please ask any questions you want. We do scroll through the questions as we're going through the day, and we'll try and get to as many as we can. Brandon, so um, do you hold top dog at your events?
Yes, I've held top dog every event since finals in 16 when I went and competed in top dog.
Okay.
Do you
Yeah.
know what's the biggest amount of competitors you had running in base race and top dog?
We fill up our brackets are pretty heavy for 29 and 39. That's what usually gets filled up. 49 will get a few guys usually, but 29 and 39 are pretty heavy. And top dog, it depends on who all competes, but we've had, I think, upwards of 8 or 9 guys.
Okay.
Okay.
I think maybe
Yeah.
10.
So it's kind of like out here, same thing,
Yeah.
roughly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how hard are you pushing in your area for the World Finals? Now that's going to be. They announced that we have a location and all that. How's that going for you?
A lot of guys are anxious for points. So a lot of the shows we do are a buddy of mine and I, we do the DB drag and ISPL shows. So the point requirements for both are fairly similar. So it makes a good advantage for us to have the shows together and then people can get one of the points the same speed. Um,
Yeah.
so, I mean, right now it seems like there's a big push for people to make shows this year that didn't last year just because they weren't sure. And now they're in the uncertain point if they're going to make enough points for this year's finals because it's more.
Yeah. So, you know what's funny is I did have some of my local competitors complain. Hey, well, dude, 100 points. How are we supposed to get that?
Go to the
And
shows.
yeah, and we've had 27 shows
Yeah.
since that have counted towards this upcoming World Finals.
Yep.
So, I mean,
No excuses, dude. No excuses, man. If you want to go, you can go. No excuses. So I got a question for you, Doug. So, or you too. So, I know when I first started competing, you were able to give some of your points to a team member to help them
No.
get to. What do you mean, no?
So you can compete, like say your team member, you have a team vehicle. Somebody different can run that vehicle. It doesn't like if it's team send it Dave. Dave
Right.
doesn't have to be there to run the vehicle. Team send it Domo can run Dave's vehicle for him to get the points.
No. Okay, so now I got to think this through. When I was with SSC, I know Brian didn't have enough points. Brian Stevens, and I had a ton of points, and he was like, I could have swore you could give them say 25 points or something to a team member to where they can actually compete in finals if they were short a certain amount of points.
I don't remember anything like that. Do you remember anything like that, Brandon?
So when I first started, I think there was a points transfer that was through different orgs.
Yeah, through different
And
orgs.
yeah, that for certain areas. And I remember that being around like 14, 15, I think.
Yep.
But that was right when I got into it. So I wasn't too heavy. I just knew there was something like that where you
Yeah.
could transfer points from one org if you were
Yep.
competing heavily in that and there wasn't enough shows in your area. But it wasn't like half your points. It was like a couple if you were missing, I think.
Yeah, I remember it being a small amount, but I could have swore that's what happened. But hey, maybe I got it all wrong. Shit. Well, there goes my question. So move on to the next.
So, how many shows do you do a year, Brandon?
So far this year, I've only done one other. This will be my second. Last year from June 13th. So for Michigan, we were really locked down last year.
Yeah.
Basically, cops could come in and give you a hard time if you were out at any public park that, more than 10 people. So we can't really go anywhere at that point. June 13th, the governor said, oh, you guys can go outside now for groups over 10. And we were setting shows up. So from June 13th to October 3rd, I think I did 6 or 7 shows. So not too bad. The big problem that we have over here in the Midwest is slamology. you don't really schedule shows too much 2 weeks before, and after it's a little bit easier, but
Hmm.
2 weeks before and 2 weeks after is kind of the window of not to schedule shows. So that kind of kills, 1 month there, and then we only have a couple weeks before to where the weather's nice enough to do it. So
Well, our bad weather months are, I don't know, what, low 60s?
yeah,
It's my favorite weather.
That's
As long as
right.
it ain't raining, I hate the rain, but man, if it ain't raining like 50s, 60s, oh, I love it all day. Yeah, love it.
yeah. This last year we had a snowstorm where we were getting drifts of 24 inches in my driveway.
Wow. Yeah,
We
I could
don't
do
see
without
that here.
snow. Yeah.
No, we're very fortunate out here in California where we live. We literally do shows all year round. So I mean, we're really fortunate. I mean, we have November shows for Toys for Tots. We have December shows, Toys for Tots. We usually do a January, one in January, one in February, sometimes two in February, one in March, and then come May, then we're doing almost every single weekend, all the way up
Yeah.
into World Finals.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I wish, like, if we had a place around here that we could hold larger shows indoors,
Hmm.
we could do some later. The latest I've ever done a show was mid-November, and I was able to judge out of a garage at an audio shop, and the parking garage that was adjacent to his property is where everybody parked, and
Hmm.
it wasn't bad. There was no snow on the ground, but it got down to about mid 40s. So
Okay. William Coleman says Michigan also has a problem with locations, like you were saying.
yep.
So not many places that'll let you come and hang out and do your thing.
Yeah, there was a few years ago for ISPLO World Finals. I found a spot, and it was right by the airport, which wasn't an issue,
Hmm.
but it was actually in the city of Flint. But the fence line that shared the property went into Flint Township, and they were complaining, but we were in the city of Flint, so noise ordinances was non-existent. So we were fine, but they ended up calling, complaining to the person we were renting from. Big fiasco because there was another renter that we were getting it through that we just weren't allowed back. And then another place that we had a show at 2 years ago, it was so big, they wanted us back, but too many people called the township and said that you can't have shows even though they're not violating the noise ordinance.
Yeah.
So it's
Wow.
the big thing for us is noise. And this place that we're at now, we get really good turnouts. There's the closest place is probably a mile and a half easily. And it's a business that's not operational on the weekends. And we're right next to a pretty large river that barges go up and down. So really don't have too many issues about noise. Haven't yet. And, people have been out there for years doing it.
So when you were competing, whose shows did you end up going to? Who was the judge for you mostly?
So I think back then it was Pete Sontag.
Okay.
And for IASC at the time, it would have been Denise when she was coming up from Ohio. And those were the two big shows and the only guys that really competed in Michigan. Being out of state judges, we never had any in state judges to do shows. So there was usually only 2 or 3 maybe shows a year.
Okay.
So that was a big kind of hurt. So the need for a judge was there.
So as Brandon just brought up, we've mentioned it more than once. You don't like that there's no shows in your area. You don't. You're not a big fan of the judge that is judging your area or somebody else. Everybody can be a 1X judge in DV drag. There's a few minor requirements that you have to meet, but once you meet those requirements, you're good to go, right? So, and then you could be a can you? I don't know if you could be a 2X judge and still compete. Can you?
Um, Not at my own shows. I know I can't do that. And that was, from what I was told, that was an area that when I got into, it wasn't established, but now
That's correct.
no multi-point judge can compete.
That's correct. So,
So
but you can hold as many 1Xs as you want in your area. You know, I do have a great time and I have a lot of fun judging. And when I was a competitor, I would say I have equal fun as a judge as I was a competitor. But I moved to becoming a judge. I don't know what other shows you've been to other than Slam, But I hope the other judges you've been to make the shows fun. Have they been making them fun for you, and do you make your shows fun for your competitors, or?
I mean, I like to think so. I've been,
Okay.
you know, as you know, everywhere from here down to Florida.
Right.
I've done shows in West Virginia, Ohio. You know, I've been to shows in Indiana,
Hmm.
Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama. So
Yeah.
Nice.
So what do you do for your competitors that like would set you apart from maybe another judge?
a lot of what we've been doing last year, and I've tried to do in years past, is a lot of people just want shows so they can come out and compete, come out, have fun. A lot of
Mhm.
demo guys like to come out. So I've been doing a lot of points only shows. I do award shows. The issue with that is finding people to compete to pay for offset the cost of the awards.
Mhm.
Um, you know, to make it feasible to where I'm not paying out of pocket every show. So
Right. Yeah, so with me personally, I we get a lot of new guys at a lot of our events,
yep,
and the awards are a very big part. The awards aren't necessarily for Dave Bradshaw, Lucky McGovern, for Gary Killian. Now, those guys absolutely love their awards. Don't get
yep,
me wrong; they love their awards. But the
Uh,
idea is a brand new guy comes and he walks away with a trophy. Man, you can't wipe that smile off their face.
Ear to ear smile.
exactly.
My wife hates them. My wife is like, you get back into competing again, where are the trophies going to go? So,
Hmm.
oh,
And
got
that's
a lot
one
of,
thing. Like I also do like we call them fun classes. So
Yep.
we'll do like best hair trick, best flex, mids and high. I forget what it is, but it's basically a win gauge. So we've done windiest demo, like a judge's choice, where we have one, you know, guest judge that basically walks around without anybody knowing, that just gets the best demo. And you know, we do a lot of things like that to try to bring people in.
Okay.
A big thing that we've kind of gotten, and I've been pushing big for, is Cyclone, especially with the demo classes,
Hmm.
to get those demo rigs out and do it. So we had a little issue a couple of years ago of people not thinking they were able to compete in Cyclone because
Right.
of how their build was. So now there's no gray area. It's clear cut that they can compete. So
Yes.
awesome.
So we added a new class. I will have it go up and going at the show in Reno. Will be the first time we've seen it on the West Coast. It's called freestyle. Freestyle is basically you take a globe. Well, no, it's not a globe. It is a sphere because USAC uses a globe. We use a sphere.
Sphere. Yes.
Yes. So we have a sphere, and that sphere goes inside the car. You can put it anywhere you want in front of the B pillar, and you can have your windows, doors open, whatever you want. It's freestyle, and then we break it up basically into two categories. One category would be anybody that be a super street vehicle, and the other category is anybody that would be a stock vehicle. So if you would be in the street stock classes type thing, you would be you qualify for that class. If you're in Super Street at anything, you're Super Street no walls all the way through Super Street X, you would be in the Super Street class for that.
So just two classes and that's it.
That's it. Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Well, geez.
That
So
that
that's
was
that leaves no hope for a lot of us. I mean, that's
so. But tell them what's about, Brandon. I mean, you did
so
it, so
that class was actually at Triple Fest, and I was working with Jeremy Kramer doing that, and that was the first show, so it was very new, and it was actually a freestyle for every single class of DB drag racing. So you had a street stock 500 freestyle, 100, 2K, 5K, 1, 2, everything.
yeah.
And there was just a lot of classes, and some only had 1 or 2 people. There were no awards for them at that show, since it was just kind of an exhibition to
Mm-hmm.
see how it went. Um, but yeah, it's just anywhere you want. A little bit of, I was talking to Wayne at Slamology, and he said he's going to try to get the rules made a little bit more that take out those defined SPL rigs and make it so it's only vehicles that can be on the road, not trailered in constantly. So like a Terry, you're not going to see in it. CRXs, you're not going to really see in it. But Tahoes, Blazers, uh, Impalas, things that everybody drives are going to be on the road, can be in this class.
okay. But you said when you did yours that there was a bunch of different classes,
Yeah.
the 5K, okay, 5K and all these different classes. So that I would understand, but breaking it down to just pro stock and super street no limit and that's it. that's that's me going against like Jose Ramos and Ray Maestas and all those guys. I mean, I'm going to get stomped on. So with what he did and breaking it down into classes
Hmm.
would be a lot more fun than me getting stomped on by
So
Jose or Ray and all those guys.
so you got to understand the intention of the class. The intention of the class is somebody that just comes to the show and they just want to
Mm-hmm.
see how loud they are, and they aren't going to stick around for brackets because it's a one run and done. So you actually you run twice. So you run once, you reset your song, you run a second time, maybe change some stuff up around your car, and that's it. So it's a one time in the lane. You're in, you're out, you're done. And it's really geared towards somebody who's never metered before or somebody that doesn't want to stick around for brackets.
Okay.
So that's really what the idea is behind it.
Okay.
Yep, and that first show at Triple Fest, like I said, Jeremy Kramer did that. Wayne showed up, and it was kind of a night before decision to promote it,
Hmm.
and so the rules weren't really set and how many classes they were going to do. So it might take a little bit of a fine tuning to get the classes set up, but I don't see it being every class like it is for EB Drag.
Right. So here's a there's a huge expense in providing trophies, as Brandon said, and when you add an additional 12 classes times 3 trophies, that
Right.
you're looking at another $800 for an event just in
Right.
trophies alone, right?
Yeah.
So to offset that cost, it would be astronomical. I would literally price people out of being able to host an event. Like when you hosted your 3X event, right? So instead of it being a $1,500, I'd have to charge probably $2,800 for a
Yeah.
hosting fee
Yeah.
versus the 1,500 for 3X now.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a
So
lot.
Jay Doty here, he mentioned he was the first one to run that. So
Yep, he my daily actually pulled. It was actually my old Buick that I own. Jay owns it now, and we went down to Triple Fest, and he was the first one to run that.
okay, that's cool.
Let me give some shout outs real quick. We got Jay Doty,
Yeah, Doty.
Doty, Travis Hostetter, what's up, fellas? Dave Bradshaw, my sandwich maker from Team Send It. Let's see, Chris Jenner, what's going on? We got William Coleman. Doug Stockton said, how's it? Let's see, Nando, what's going on? Tristan and Tiffany from Bridgetown, Barbados, SQ Sounds. And that's all I can see for now. And that is why we stress so much for people to join Sonic FX is
Yep.
because uh, I know there's more people watching than that, but we cannot see their comments. So
Yep.
make sure you guys join.
No, that's good. Yeah, I saw Chris Jenner also on here, posted up a couple of things. William Coleman, and that's about everybody else that I saw. I saw Ray Maestas was watching, but he hasn't posted anything.
Ray
So
Maestas watches like he burps, like he does shows. He comes in,
poof,
burps,
gone.
and gone. Lucky, bring my trophy home for me, bro. So
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Well, anyway, Brandon, I want to thank you for coming in today. I appreciate you being here. Um, so where can people see about more of your shows, sir?
So there's a group, Michigan Car Audio Shows, on Facebook. There's a few guys that are on there that post shows. It's DB Drag, IASCA, ISPLL. This will be MECA. So any show that needs to be there, I try to make sure it's there so people can see it. A lot of guys do little meetups and park impounds. Um, I put all my shows up on Term Pro, and then there's usually a link on my events on Term Pro to that page as well. So.
Okay. Well, hey, everybody, check out Brandon Rosser's show this weekend. That's in Bay City, Michigan. We'll once again at the end of the event, the show, we're gonna go over all the events coming up this month, and look into next month. I got some announcements for the West Coast. Actually, we're gonna pull in more people. Also for you people that we're expecting to see Mike Jaffe this today. He was supposed to be on. I called him this morning. He actually had a stroke last night. Everything's good. He's fine. It was a very minor stroke. So not really anything to be worried about, but he just wasn't up to coming on today. So I talked to Brandon and asked him to come on, and he graciously accepted. So I appreciate
So
that, Brandon.
before he bounces out, do you got a couple more minutes with Brandon?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so now I might have missed this when I was sharing all my videos and everything like that. But did we talk about anything with you competing? What type of vehicle do you compete in? What do you run? And what do you meter at? What class? That whole stuff. So
So I started off as Doug has seen. I had a old Buick Century with 412s, and that was primarily built for Iasca's base boxing.
Okay.
So I did base boxing, welterweight. I won a championship there.
nice.
Took second the year later. Ended up getting a extreme two-door Blazer, and came back into welterweight with that. Won championship again, and
Nice.
then now it's 1-2. So I can still do welterweight if I want with 218s, but I'm doing, I have 2 Crossfire XS V4s on 8 Crossfire 4Ks. And it's
Nice.
doing, the amps haven't been turned up. They're still all the way down, and I'm doing 63s. So
Nice. Nice.
Sure, it
Okay.
hasn't been turned up.
Yeah, right. In full
they aren't,
clip. No.
the gains are literally all the way down. I haven't even got to that stage yet. So
Well, that's good. That's hey, good shit. Well, I didn't know if we had touched on that while I was sharing the
No.
video, so I just wanted to get in there and see what he was doing. So
But-
right
and
on.
then I have my daily actually is my Cyclone vehicle. So
Oh, you do got a daily. Good,
Oh,
good
spe-
stuff. Good
Speaking
stuff.
of which, what's your best demo cyclone score?
I do the RTA, but if the one time I did do it, I think it was a high 190.
Ooh.
So
I think
yeah,
it was
so
like a
So
So like
210 is perfect,
202
right?
no,
Or
no, no.
204.
202 typically wins it around our area.
Okay.
So 190, that's definitely we get a lot of like 196s.
for no wall.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do.
So-
We have some pretty solid no wall guys that play. I mean, the thing isn't they aren't loud. They're like 150s, 151s, but they're all playing at 20 hertz.
See,
Yep.
so I was up at around 195-ish, 196, I think, at one point when I was doing Cyclone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the box that I have in my daily, it's actually built for. It's only 215s, but it's built for Iasca trunk
Nice.
pickup 2.
So-
So I mean, it's built for only 4K, and it's built higher tune, but I'm playing down to 26 hertz with it. So
Nice.
You know the great thing about Cyclone though is you look at the bottom score getter and the top score getter, and they are usually less than 10%. You know, 190 is the bottom guy, 200 is the top, or 210 is the top guy, right? I mean that's just for numbers' sake, but Cyclone's always pretty close. As a matter of fact, at Slamology we had a tie for third place. And we had a rerun. We had to have the guys do a runoff to see who actually won third place and got the trophy.
That's when it's fun, man. When you
Yeah.
tie. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
They tied at 194. So, but anyway, once again, Brandon, I want to thank you for being here. I got a lot of talking to do with Lucky about the upcoming show this weekend in Reno. But once again, hey, thank you for coming in. Anybody that knows Brandon, check him out on Facebook. On the what was that Facebook page again?
it's Michigan Car Audio Shows.
Michigan. Oh, William Coleman's the one who tied one of the tires for the Cyclone.
He's in my area, and he's been a guy that came out probably about 2-3 years ago, and he competes in anything and everything.
Oh,
Nice.
I do want to tell William, I'm sorry I didn't get to the Cyclone stuff with our post Slamology video. I'm sorry I didn't get to it, but yes. So everybody knows there was a tie. William showed up. The other guy didn't. He got to advance and became third place at Slamology, which is respectable. Anytime you can collect a trophy at Slam with all the classes that they have full. So, all right, sir. Well,
Thank
Nice
you for
to meet you,
having me.
Brandon. Nice to meet you.
Yep, nice speaking with you guys. Have a good night.
all right, you
You
too. So as soon as he gets out, I'm going to switch to the two-person here. And bam, bam. And let's see, Zoom three-person. There we go. Now I need to get rid of Brandon. There we go. And there we are. Let me move these down real quick so that we can see who we are. Oops. Let me grab this. Anyway, Lucky.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to Reno. You're going to be your debut back.
Yeah, the debut, man. Piggy Bank number 2. Yeah, I'm super pumped, man. Super, super pumped. I'm going to be, as you know, I'll be testing after this live feed for a few minutes. But yeah, I'm super pumped, man. It's going to be my first show back. And I'm glad it's a night show. I haven't been doing well in the heat lately. I never have done well in the heat lately, or done well in the heat, but lately it's been even worse. So I'm glad it's a night show to, get my feet wet.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm super looking forward to it. I'm super pumped. I've been working on the piggy bank now for, I don't even know how long it's been, month, 2 months, whatever it's been. But the last week, just intense, just every day. I already talked to you a little while ago about all the crap I was doing. Oh my gosh. So,
yeah.
But I'm happy that I'm at that. Are we waiting for somebody to jump in right now?
No, sir.
Okay. Oh,
it's just you and us. It's you and us for the rest of the show. We're just going to talk about what's up.
All right. So, where was I going with that? The good thing is now I'm down to that point. Once you get to a certain point, your system's it's running. You got the thing banging.
Mm-hmm.
From there, it's just the little stuff from there on out. I mean, you could have some big issues or whatever, but fix those and it's done. But I feel I'm at that point now where it's just getting those little extra tweaks in there and getting everything dialed in. So I'm super happy with. I won't say what number I'm hitting right now, but I'll say I'm very happy.
I believe it's higher than a 125.
Yes, I will admit that. So when I started doing the piggy bank, and there's been several people that had their hands in it, I will say this: I've had my hands in a lot of the piggy bank this go round, a lot. There's been several people to help out though. This time around, I had a lot of people telling me, their prediction on the numbers that I was going to hit. And I really got scared. I was like, no, that's low, and I get it. It's a new vehicle, mm-hmm. and it can go one or the other. It can go, hey, it's more stiff, so you could drop, or it's more stiff, you can gain. Who knows? You don't know until you're there. But the numbers that people were predicting, I smoked them. So I'm super pumped on that. Yeah, but we'll have to see what it does in Reno. I will say this isn't no bullshit. Everybody knows this. In Reno, most people from down here, we lose about a half a dB in that ballpark. So, there was it's the frequency. Myself, I have not experienced that yet. I have never went up or down and seen the gain. I've always been down trying to go up or low. It didn't matter. I was always down about 0.3 to half a dB. The one or two times that I was down like a dB, there was a reason. It was a sub, mm-hmm. A hurt sub. You can kind of tell by the amount that you're down whether something's hurt or it's if it's a big issue, a hurt sub or something like that. But I am at that point now where it's just those minor little tweaks. Now it's just some fine tuning, adding a little more deadener here, adjusting this over here, and all that. So I'm pretty happy with the outcome so far. Just a little bit more to go, but I'll tell you this: the numbers that people were throwing at me that they thought it was going to hit, I beat those. So
Dave Bradshaw says a 133.6.
Yeah, well, Lucky says have my sandwich ready when the show's over. So yeah, well, I won't touch on that right now.
so let's just real quick. So this week in Reno, this weekend coming up, Saturday afternoon, we start at 4, and
ooh, that's still hot.
It's still gonna be a little hot there. Brackets are at 6. So it actually starts cooling down quite a bit around 6 o'clock. We lose like 10 degrees between 6 and 7 o'clock.
Oh, good.
So it's Nando says 154.3. So yeah, maybe not.
We'll see.
Yep,
we'll see.
But so we got this weekend. Josh Tatu, he's not going to be able to make it. He's already got a previous engagement where he's going to New Orleans. got a family thing he's doing, which is, hey, we're always talking about how this is a family thing, and we're not gonna, go do the family thing. That's awesome. He's
Yep.
definitely going through some changes in his professional life right now.
Right.
And obviously, when you change professionally, you change some stuff personally,
Yep.
and all of that stuff is working together. Great. It's a great time to decide to go be with the family somewhere.
Right.
No doubt. But
Absolutely.
our next show in Reno is going to be a 3X, and it's going
Yeah.
to follow the
Sky High
Sky High
Barbecue.
Barbecue. Yes, sir. So
Yeah.
it just became too difficult to move the event with all the permits we've already got, with the dates of other things happening at Baldini's Casino and whatnot. We sent it out there. We threw it out to John
John
Robbie.
Robbie.
Yep,
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, we'll do it at your event. We'll add to your event. Make it better." And he never responded. So to me, that's no thank you. So we'll just move on. His event is literally like 4 minutes from the Baldini's Casino.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be a big, big weekend right there. That's gonna be
yep.
that'd be pretty cool. Go over to the barbecue, and then wrap it up, and then head over to the show. It's gonna be a good one. So should be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Last time the show in Reno, Dave Bradshaw's asking, we only had like 28 entries or 30 entries or something like that, but we were done by 9 o'clock or 8:35 or something like that, including trophies and everything. So, um,
Christian Jensen, what's up, brother? You know what, man? Christian Jensen, I love you, bro. And I always, it's like as soon as we're done with the video, then all of a sudden I see his comments, man, and I'm like, shit, I would have gave him a shout out. Christian Jensen is in the house, man. I still need to get a damn demo in that truck. Yeah, I saw him too at the what was it the Lunsford show.
the
Uh,
benefit.
yeah, the benefit show, and I didn't get that was I had to leave.
Yep,
The
you
heat
were out of
just
the
it
lead. Yep.
got to me, man. Oh, people don't understand, man. Some people, I've heard rumors. Oh, he thinks he's too good. He don't stick around. Has nothing to do with that. Since the beginning of going to shows, if the weather was right, I was always filming the shows. Or if
Mm-hmm.
it was really, really hot, I would still film the show, but then I would go straight to my truck, man, and get that AC going. I've never done well in the heat. I've been tattooing for 20 years, more than that actually, I think, in a shop where I got the AC blowing all day. So when I get out in that heat, it gets to me sometimes, man. And at the last couple shows that I did go to, my intentions were to go and to film and do a Basehead Diaries. They get a lot of traction when I film at the shows and get demos and all that stuff. And I got out there and I was actually helping with Joseph. Let's see his last name. He's in it right now. Riney.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joseph. I was blocking his windows before he sent that shit on to the moon.
Oh, that was
Anyway,
in Reno. Yeah.
yeah, but I was standing by his doors, blocking the door for him, cyclone run, and I heard his speakers, I heard the subs is clapping, and I'm like, they're clapping. Next thing you know, it starts smoking. But anyway, right after that, it's just like I got super, super dizzy. The heat just got to me, and I went and set my truck, and I had to take off. So
Yep.
yeah.
Hey,
So
so Nyman's finally here and watching. So we are gonna make an announcement real quick. July 10th. Let me double check that date real quick. Make sure that's Saturday night. Yes, July 10th, night show coming back to Nyman's shop at Mellows Auto.
night
So,
shows.
yes.
Night shows at Nyman's are always off the hook.
Yep.
I'm bummed out right now that I don't have my LED lights underneath the piggy bank. I got them inside, but I don't have them under the hood or under the truck yet. So I'm bummed out about that. But at least I'll be able to go to the show and have fun. But his shows are always off the hook. You see a lot of LED lights, and it's a huge turnout. So
Yep.
yeah,
Demos to be had everywhere.
yeah, and I haven't seen shit, some of those guys, and it's been a minute. So
Yeah.
be good to see everybody. Excuse me, everybody.
Yeah. So remember, July 10th, Nyman and I just discussed this, got this all put together just a couple hours ago. So I haven't had a chance to post it on Turn Pro yet, but that's an added show that wasn't on this calendar or the schedule. It's super important. We need to show up and show out for World Finals.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
I can't express, we, for all intents and purposes, we quite, we have a possibility of losing a West Coast location for World Finals.
Right. That was a big enough scare, with this last go round. That's a big enough scare. So to get it back, like, people need to understand, if you're going to demo in a class, you know what I mean? Don't just pull up to the parking lot and demo and, take off,
And part of the reason that we do even have this opportunity is we have people showing up at shows. And because people are showing up at shows, I talked to Wayne and Celise, and they're like, hey, we see the customer base there.
Yeah, potential's there.
Yeah, the potential's absolutely there.
Right.
And I will tell you, the last year we had World Finals here, there were more people at the event and that had qualified for World Finals. That if they would have all entered the World Finals here in Sacramento, we would have had more cars, competitors, and entries than what they called the main location back east.
Wow. Yeah.
So
I don't know what is not being a dickhead or anything like that, but like, are they just scared to get in the damn lane or what? I mean, if they go to all these shows,
yep.
Why are they not getting in the lanes? I mean, that's the whole goal, is to go to shows and go to final. At least for me, is go to the shows and then go to finals. I want to win a fucking ring. I need a ring. I need to get a ring, man. It'll be in base race or top dog if I ever get one, but
Yeah. And a lot of people say, well, I can look and see that, they're going to smoke me by 10 dB.
Who gives a shit? Who cares?
Yep. But, like I said, they're going to change it up a little bit here this year, where my understanding as of this point now, that they intend to give rings for each location.
Okay. And I like that. Shit.
So that's good.
I got a better chance of getting a ring. Yeah, I've talked to a few people that, that's their mindset, is if they're not going to win, they're not going to, pay the money to go to finals. And to me, that's, I don't know, either if that's your mind frame, then you need to step your game up, because you're wasting your money going to the other shows just to not go to finals.
Yep.
For the outcome.
And base race and top dog.
That's anybody's game.
Dude, it doesn't matter where you're at.
Yeah.
I mean, we average, I think, 9 entries for every top dog we do. Okay?
Yeah.
9. And at World Finals, we had 3 last year.
Yeah.
I literally was embarrassed. I don't get embarrassed easily, but that did, it made me embarrassed.
The top dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me, Angelo Trujillo, Alpine.
That was it.
No, there's one more because at the last minute they jumped in.
Yeah, but no, we only had 3 registered. We only had 3, right?
Yeah, and then last minute he the other guy, who the hell was it? Me, Angelo Trujillo, Alpine, and I cannot remember. But there was only 4. It wasn't Bradshaw. You know what I mean? I'm just saying though, he might have been making sandwiches. You know what I mean? But it wasn't Bradshaw. But yeah, that does suck. It gave me a little hope. I was like, all right, I might get it. But it was Alpine that took it, right? It was Alpine.
Yes, Alpine ended up taking it. Yep.
He's good, man. He's real good.
No, he's legit.
He's legit, dude. And I'll tell you what, it's fun to go against anybody because it's anybody's game. But it is real fun when you're going against somebody like that. You know what I mean? Brian Nyman, Alpine, Justin Hankey, Frankie
Scott
Smith.
Lankus.
Who's that? Do I know who that is or no? I don't know if I know that name.
Oh, if you don't know Scott, you better watch out if he shows up, because he said he's going to make a run for it this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Frankie Smith, Tyler Bailey. So there's some out there, man, that when you go in the lanes, there's no fucking around. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we're going head up here.
Yep.
So
And then the new guy that you taught that day.
right, you always got to watch out for the new guy that you taught because you know he's gonna fucking win.
Yep.
I swear that's happened to me a few times, like quite a few times, man. Right? It's like, damn it.
Yep. Yeah. You always gotta watch out for the new guy. Beginner's luck, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes. The great thing about that is, man, they get hooked.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
come in. I beat Lucky McGovern. You know,
Yeah.
I beat Team DC Lucky. I kicked his ass.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, I beat Dave Bradshaw.
Yeah, I would. So Josh McDaniels actually, I could be wrong. I can't remember positively, but I think me or David maybe showed him how to do top dog or base race, whatever it was. But I know it was Reno, and he got me on that one, and I was like, son of a bitch. And I told him, I go, rerun it, and he was like, nope, I'm taking that one. And I was like, oh my god, dude, he's new and he got me, man. But he's gone now. I don't know if he's coming back to the game or what. I thought he was for a minute. He was coming real strong there for a while, and he was good, like right off the gate. Like that dude had it. He had it down. And I don't remember if it was me who showed him or Dave Bradshaw or who. I know I'm positive you would have sent somebody to help him. And then he got in the lanes, and it was just like, shit, me, Dave, I think Angelo Trujillo, there was a handful of us that were like, fuck, that dude came out of nowhere. And he's like, he's on it. And every show he was coming all of them and he was nailing it. And then disappeared kind of. So
yeah,
I hope everything's all right with him.
Bradshaw wants to know, can he get a beat the boss ring?
Well, you got to beat the boss to get it. Make better sandwiches. I don't know. I'm gonna get him a ring that says best sandwich maker. That's the same issue of Michigan shows. Too many demo people, not enough people paying to compete. Yes, absolutely, man, absolutely. And like we always say, you know, we get it. Like demo, I'm a demo guy myself. I love demoing. At one point, I was competing in Cyclone. At that time, I think I was. I don't know if I was Super Street No Limit then. Whatever class I was doing in SPL, and then I was also doing base race and top dog. So I was doing all 4 classes, but I haven't done Cyclone in a while. But you know, I compete in my other classes. So if you're gonna be there to demo, jump in, man. Don't just pull up and be a poser. Get up in there.
I mean,
get in
there's
the lane.
Cyclone demo class. That's a 60-second demo with your car door open. Everybody stops, watches you. You know, you get your own video on my Facebook page. So, I mean,
yeah, right.
You know, because everybody that does Cyclone, I do a video of just their Cyclone run, and I post that right to the Sonic FX page every time. So with that, you know, like I said, the opportunity is there to, because the reason you demo is to show off your vehicle, get people to see your vehicle and whatnot. Dude, there's no better place than right there in the lanes, and you're the only one running.
It's like pulling up to a racetrack and revving your engine, and them going, "Well, get the fuck out here in the lane," and you going, "Nah, I just want you to hear. I just want you to hear my engine. You know, I want you to see my new tires."
Yeah. Once again, just if you're watching this on another platform or whatever, remember to like, share. We can only see questions on the Sonic FX page. Also, this goes on to YouTube, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Spotify. That usually takes about 2 to 3 hours to get them to work through the system and get up and running. But all these shows are available every Monday, 6 p.m. California time is when we run them. We always talk about the previous week's shows or this upcoming week's shows or both. So look forward to all that stuff. Hey, as a matter of fact, let's talk about the upcoming shows. So let me switch here to the shows. Bam.
While you're looking for those, everybody make sure to go to my YouTube channel, Lucky McGovern, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. I'm going to start uploading more videos coming up here pretty quick. Some of the installs in the new piggy bank and make, you know, a cool video of that. I noticed just making a little video of how to seal off the back hatch of the Tahoe got some like almost 9,500 views within a week. So I'm going to start showing some more of the install stuff, put a video together and throw it on there. Also, make sure to go to lotsofwatts.com and pick up some basehead merch. Got t-shirts in, got the lanyards, got the keychains, decals of different colors. I'm going to be getting some hats made. So make sure you go to Lots of Watts, and that's with Z's at the end. It's right here on the screen. So check it out. Right. Let's see where it's at over there. Lots of Watts beating up the block.
Hold on, let me go
You know
back
how
to
we
the
do it.
main stage. So point out where your Lots of Watts is again.
Right there.
There you go. That's exactly where it is. All right.
Right there.
So let's go back to this. So here's the calendar. We are currently in June 21st. That means last weekend they did a show in Poland. This coming weekend they did I tried getting somebody from Australia. We are going to get somebody from Australia on here. For them, it's only 10 o'clock in the morning when we do our event, our show. So we'll get them up here. Dave Bradshaw's. I'm going to make Lucky McGovern get a tattoo tear from losing to me. That's what it says.
No, so let me just educate him real quick. The teardrop came from murdering somebody. So you'll I'll be get one on me I'll have it on me for sure for kicking your ass in the lanes. So
all right. So this weekend coming up, we got Bay City, Michigan, a 2X, which Brandon Rosser was on here talking about. We got Czech Republic, Sparks, Nevada. That's our night show in Sparks at Baldini's Casino. Ukraine also has a show. Come this Sunday, there is Bay City, Michigan. Also, so there's 2 in Michigan on Saturday, and then another one on Sunday. Then we go into July 2nd. For our 4th of July weekend there. July 2nd, the only one in the United States is happening at Fresno at Jay's Alarms.
yeah.
I think he said he was giving away $3 a DB this month for the what's that? A deathmatch winner.
Deathmatch, yeah.
Yeah, 4 cars head to head, all at the same time, all 4 of them. The winner ends up getting they end up getting a lot of money. So it's actually pretty cool. I appreciate that he does that. Then after that, we got July 10th. There's Watertown, Wisconsin is going to have a 2X coming up. Knoxville, Tennessee's got a 1X, and we're going to have a 1X, which is going to be our night show at Nyman's. That's the 10th. Texas is going to have a 3X on the 11th. So that would be Sunday the 11th. There's another 3X in Jacksonville, in Redlands, California. You're going to have one on the 17th, which is a 1X. Lansing, Michigan's going to have a 1X also, so we'll be back in Michigan. And then on the 18th, there's 2 more 3Xs, Jacksonville, Florida. That's the same event. And Madrid, Spain. Then the 24th, once again, another 3X in Florida. Another 3X in Spain on the 25th. Let's see here. Montgomery, Alabama, Russellville, Kentucky, and Wapoon. The guy from Australia just chimed in. He's ready to have a talk. We're at the end. We're about 5 minutes left in our show this week. Then in August, so I'm looking at my August event, the 6th. I'm going to ask Jay to move that to the 13th. The reason is we have a potential show, which would be another 3X in Reno on the 7th. So it's part of a racetrack and all this stuff. And, so that's what we got potentially coming up right now that you guys can see on the calendar. Our last show in Reno will be August 28th. That'll be a 1X also. But you remember, everybody needs to get their 100 points. That's the whole deal, right? 100 points, be ready to go for World Finals in October. We are going to do October 13th and 14th, I believe. So.
And what's up to Santiago from Team SSC? I see he jumped up in here as well.
Okay.
Jeff Schultz, what's going on? And Dave Bradshaw, just so you see this little teardrop right here, that one's just for you, buddy. That's for you this weekend in Reno. That's for you. Let's see here. What else we got? See if we missed any comments or questions, whatever.
So Jeff Schultz asks, is that 100 points total as a competitor or in one class? So it is per format. So it'd be 100 points in DB drag racing. It doesn't matter what class you're in. What sets your class for World Finals is when you go to a 3X or a 2X event, and whatever class you do at that event is the one you get certified for World Finals. So you need 100 points for base race, 100 points for DB drag, 50 points for top dog, and 50 points for cyclone. So if you guys, if you don't think you're going to make it in the DB drag or base race, absolutely get in there, do top dog, get your points in top dog, get your points in cyclone. Uh, Remember, we're going to have the West Coast, and it's realistically going to be the last of the West Coast. There is some talk that if people want to drive all the way from back east, they may have an opportunity to compete at our World Finals also on the West Coast. And I say welcome them. I think you guys would love to see some of these cars from back east.
Yeah.
Just a new face that's just loud.
Yeah.
All that stuff would be awesome, in my opinion.
Right, for sure, absolutely.
But
Me and Dave Bradshaw are actually talking about making some, like the WWE belts or some type of boxing belt or something like that. You could have them custom made, and we were talking about between me and him having a belt or two of them actually. And I was thinking of something like he's Team Send It, right?
Mhm.
So if he was to win, I'd have to wear a belt that maybe said, I got sent home or something like that. And, DC Audio is get on our level. So I'd make one for him that says I couldn't get on their level, So we're going to do something between me and him and screw with each other. At first it was, we would have to wear. So if he won, I'd have to wear a Team Send It uniform at the next show, which I will not take off my DC uniform. That just ain't gonna happen. So put a little belt on, that's fine, or whatever, a little humility, but I'm not gonna take my uniform off for no one. So
everybody will think you're part of Team Send It. Just another one on the ranks.
Right. I'll be member number 100,248.
Another question I saw in here real quick was Rick Garcia. He asked when the cutoff was for the points. Let me pull up my schedule again here real quick. September 18th and 19th, I believe, is the points. No, I believe it's either September 12th or September 19th, whatever weekend that is. I will tell you right now, we will have a 3X event on that Sunday. Most likely, it is going to be Stockton Beatdown. Lucky McGovern put together Stockton Beatdown by lots of watts or something like that. So
yes,
that'll be our
sir.
West Coast finale. How many? Oh, Jeff Schultz wants to know how many members are there on Team DC.
Well, so I'm gonna leave that alone because
There's a couple. There's a couple, right?
How can I put this? Oh man, this is gonna hurt some feelings. Okay, so I can't even go there, man. I can't even go there.
Nando says he's one.
I got too much love for those guys. I tease them all the time.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna let that go.
That's good stuff.
I gotta let it go.
Good stuff.
It's good stuff, dude. Good comeback, man. You got me there, dude. You got me there.
Oh, you know what? I didn't see on that calendar. I know it's in August, but it's not on the calendar yet. Is Surf City? Oh, here it is. The 22nd.
That
there
is
you go.
August 21st and 22nd.
Yes, August 22nd. It's a Surf City. That's going to be, and then that we absolutely on the West Coast won't have any shows on the 21st or 22nd. So we consider that a sister show for us, and because of that, I will not schedule an event during that same time.
Surf City is fucking amazing. If you guys have not been there, you better go there. And I can't fucking help it. DC's been around a long goddamn time. DC's been around for a long time. That's why there's a lot of members. You guys been around for 3 weeks and got 1,048 people. Sorry, had to let that out.
Well, you got to think also, right? Team DC's worldwide,
Right,
and Team Send It's just Sacramento.
right. Get on our level, homie. Get on our level. I had to let that out.
Yeah,
But
Dave Bradshaw just posted too. He says DC's worldwide.
Yeah,
It does make a
So,
difference.
it does. And we're talking, years and years of a company being around. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's all love, man. Just don't cry when I smoke you this weekend when I bring out the piggy bank. And let's see, I don't know if he's bringing Congo or not. That's that truck.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
That's the truck that's going to lose against me. I don't know if he's bringing that or not. So he said something about the motor. You know all the typical excuses people
yeah.
give when they know you'll get smoked. Like,
So-
oh, my motor's going bad. Oh, my tire won't hold air. You know how it goes.
So does he call Ray Maestas for his excuses? Ray shows up to every show, but before every show, he's got an excuse.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, I quit. I'm retired.
Yeah, I ain't going.
I blew everything.
Hey, he was telling me today, I'm not going to surf. I'm not going to. Just shut the fuck up. It's in our blood, dude. We're gonna go. You know what I mean? You're going. Quit it. I think that's the only show. I think that and CES is the only show he is forced to stay there.
Really.
But well, you got to wait till the next day. You know what I mean? We all go Friday.
Oh
and
yeah,
then we
yeah,
leave.
yeah. Well,
then we leave.
You can show up Sunday, burp, and leave.
Yeah, but that's
a
12,
hell of a drive.
That's a drive, bro. So we go, all of us guys down here, we go Friday and we come back Monday.
Right.
But I will say this. Let's see here. Does he bounce out Sunday night?
I bet he does.
I don't know if last year he did bounce out early or if he did leave Monday.
Oh.
I know. Okay, so they didn't do trophies last year. So the way I try to remember these things is because he asked me to bring his trophy home for him. He'll burp and just roll out. But yeah, that's the two shows where you're forced to stay there. So
hey, speaking of base race and top dog, Nyman's coming back to the lanes now.
And base race and top dog.
He's base racing.
Okay,
I don't know about top dog. I'm gonna try and convince him to do top dog, but no, he's talking about doing world finals. He wants to get a ring again.
Yeah, I mean that's his thing. Base race, yeah, that's his thing. So
and I tell him, I says top dog just like base race. I mean, it essentially it is. If you can base race, you can top dog.
I don't. That's the one thing that got me is, and people know this to this day. I still don't fucking get it. The rules to top dog, I still don't fucking get it. I have to wait to hear. All right, Lucky, you got first place to know that I got first place, right? Like it's still confusing as shit to me. But I'm a retard when it comes to this. Anyway, I don't understand why people would do base race and not top dog where you could win money.
Yeah,
that's where I'm like, it's the same shit, dude. You're just going against somebody that can be in a higher or lower class or number than you, 29 or 39, 49, whatever.
Right.
Same shit though. You're trying to hit a number. Same shit. So you could win money.
Jeff Schultz just posted he's retired now. He heard Nyman's back in the lanes for base race.
No, dude. Hey, I've beat Nyman. I've beat all the top guys. They've all beat me. So that's the good thing about base race and top dog is like literally it's any man's game, dude. It's just like boxing or whatever. It's like who's the tougher guy or the better guy that day, and that's really what it boils down to. It ain't the bigger system. It ain't the best built system. It's who's got better control of their system that day in the lanes.
At
that time.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll kill it in qualifying and you'll fuck it off in the brackets. You know what I mean? So it's literally, any man's game.
Yep. All right, guys, we've ran up on our hour. I think today was actually a really good show. I'm really happy. Lucky, you did a great job. Very present today. You did.
Yeah.
You look like you're feeling better than last week.
Yeah, dude. It's like I said before, it's one of those things, man. After COVID, I literally have days where I'm like this right here and I'm my normal self. And I could wake up tomorrow and feel like I have COVID again. And I'm shaky, I'm groggy. I'm not all there in the head. It's just, it's weird, So today, thankfully, it was a good day, so I'm going to go do some testing here in a minute for a few minutes and get some use out of that term lab and
All right.
call it a night, man.
Where are we going to get your stuff from, and what do you got available to us real quick?
Yeah, lotsofwatts.com. Right here, bingo, right there, lotsofwatts.com. Right as of right now, it's a new brand, obviously. So right now, I got lanyards in, I got t-shirts in, thanks to you. I got keychains, I got decals of any size, any color. The ones that are on the website are in stock right now. If you want custom ones, some people want to do their whole hood or the whole back, whatever. Just, you're gonna have to email me or message me on Facebook. Let me know the color and the measurements, and then I'll be able to give you a price from there after I talk to my decal guy, who's also one of my sponsors, Science City CA in Stockton. So hats are going to be next, and people. I have a red shirt. So what I did is when I placed the order, I got a red one, a blue one, a brown one. So that way I'm not always wearing a black one, right? Or whatever, one color. It never fails. So if you do a run of red shirts, they want blue. If you do blue shirts, they want red. So, unless you get one of every single color and every single size, it's hard. So I did a run of black shirts. I can get any color. But we're going to let these black ones run out, and then I'll get another color added to it, and then add another color. And then when you get those, then they want girl shirts. Then
Yes,
they want
sir.
baby shirts. And, it doesn't stop, and I'm not rich. I can't be like, hey, give me 100 black ones, white ones, and red ones, and blue ones, and then baby shirts and girl shirts and spaghetti straps, so, but yeah, so you can get it there, lotsofwatts.com. And, yeah, my YouTube channel is Lucky McGovern, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell notifications. I'll be uploading some new videos. The first videos you'll see when you go on there are going to be of the Basehead Diary videos that I was uploading to YouTube. I had a problem uploading them, so a lot of the new ones aren't on there. But if you go past that, you can see videos of me, doing the hair trick thing, the truck shows, all that type of stuff. So those get a lot of traction. So go on there and check them out.
Just a heads up, Nyman posted. He's going to be top dogging now.
Good shit, man. Good shit. Step on in.
All right.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks to Brandon Rosser, my co-host over here, Lucky McGovern. Great job again tonight. Thank you, sir. Remember, this is available on YouTube, iHeartRadio, iTunes, any of your Spotify, any of those other things. Those are audio only. You can download them. We usually get them up there within a couple of hours. It just takes them a while to understand what's going on. But please like and share this on the YouTube. If you go there, hit the notification bell and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am not able to go live on YouTube and this at the same time on Facebook because I don't have enough subscribers. I'm at like 600 or something like that. I need to hit 1,000 for that to be done. So there's the Lots of Watts lanyards. But anyway, once again, thank you for tuning in. Next week we will talk about the Spark Show, and I'm actually going to try and get the judge from Australia on here. It's 10 a.m. his time when we do our show, so he should be up and available. And we'll, if you guys have questions about what happens down under, then, please ask. So, all right, guys, thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next Monday, 6 p.m. California time. We are out.